I thought it was quite interesting to see baby Shenron talking to Luffy at the end of this chapter. Alright, so One Piece 684 was divided for the most part into 3 sections. You could say 4, but that was mostly just like 1 page at the end. So the first section is Smoker versus Vergo, and it's crazy. We still don't get too much of Virgo's powers, but we do learn one of his things in this particular chapter. That cane that he's been fighting with, he can seemingly turn it into a big, like, bazooka shotgun looking thing, and he blows away Smoker. But it was a pretty intense little scuffle so far. Smoker tries to come in with a hook and whatnot. It was staged very well. I liked the fight, and that was probably my favorite portion of the chapter. Not necessarily because of the fighting, but just the way it was staged properly, and just to see Smoker in action was pretty awesome, because last time we saw him in action was against Law, and Law kind of, put the moves down. But so that was definitely a pretty interesting fight. I like that part of the chapter. I wonder if Smoker's done. I doubt that he's dead, but because I foresee him defeating Vergo in this one. And it's really interesting to see that Vergo just does not give a damn about the Marines, the people that look up to him, opposed to Smoker, that he cares for them so much. So, you got polar opposites there. And I really want Smoker to come out on top because, he took an L against Law in a way. So, I kind of want to see Smoker, I guess, triumph over this one and, get some of his honor back. So that was a pretty interesting part. The second part of the chapter was Sanji and Tashigi running from the gas once again, and it was pretty funny. That was definitely the comedy in this chapter. I kind of enjoyed it, and it's kind of interesting to see because normally, well, in part 1 of One Piece, which is the beginning, it was always really Zoro and Tashigi's relationship, but Sanji and her seemingly could have some romance down the line. And I know Oda doesn't really like throwing romance in the story, but she's kind of warming up to him in a way, and she sees that he's not so bad for a pirate because he's running the other way. I hope nothing bad happens to Sanji, which more than likely, nothing too serious will happen, but still he's running towards the gas. I wonder what he's planning to do and whatnot, unless he saw, like, an opening to get away or stop the gas from coming after them. But if Sanji does something heroic and something bad happens to him, I'm going to be really annoyed and upset because, at the end of the day, Sanji's supposed to be looking out for the crew and not for, Tashigi and them. Well, they're honorable, so they always do try to do the right thing, but at the same time, I don't want him to get hurt in the process because he already broke his leg. So that's just me being a big fan of Sanji. I love all the Straw Hats, so I just don't want to see any of them get hurt over dumb stuff. If they're protecting the crew, yeah, get your legs broken or whatever, but to protect Tashigi and the Marines, I don't know, maybe this is leading towards Sanji and Tashigi romance later on. And then the third part of the chapter was focused on Caesar, and this was probably my least favorite part of the chapter, I guess, because it was for the most part some stuff that we didn't know, but at the same time some stuff we did know. Basically that Caesar's kind of jealous, and he's been jealous of Vegapunk for the longest time, and that was a little bit interesting. But I guess the main thing that caught my interest with this particular part was we find out that it wasn't Vegapunk's madness that destroyed the island, it was Caesar, because he got kicked out of the scientist squad, and basically Caesar's goal is to be the most renowned scientist. So it just shows that Caesar is a mad scientist. That's really what the depth to his character is. He wants to be well known, and seemingly he's passing along that he wants his science to build peace and whatnot. I don't really think he cares about that. He just wants the recognition and the glory, and I just can't wait to see Caesar get knocked down because he's been around way too long laughing and smirking, so he definitely needs to get taken down. Overall, the chapter was alright. Maybe I'm not too hyped because I read 2 amazing chapters for some other series, and this for the most part, although the fight in the beginning was good and some of the other parts was pretty decent, it just didn't have the impact that One Piece usually has. Maybe the last 3 pages, something just incredible. The ending page, which is the exciting part, usually they always put, like, the suspense, was Luffy talking to an identical looking mini Shenron, and I was like, what the heck, because it looks just like the way Akira Toriyama drew Shenron along the lines of the Dragon Ball manga. If you see on the back, on the spine, there's like a Shenron, and he looks exactly like he does in this particular chapter at the end. So it's quite interesting to see, and he's talking, and when he starts talking to Luffy, and I'm interested to see what part is that dragon gonna play in this. Is that Momonosuke. He seemed a little bit intelligent the way he responded to Luffy, so I highly doubt that that's Momonosuke. But I just want to know what the heck is going on and whatnot with this dragon. And overall, okay chapter. Favorite part for the most part was definitely the fight with Vergo and Smoker. The Sanji stuff was pretty funny, and the Luffy stuff was like, what the heck? Why is Shenron in One Piece? Let me know what you thought of the chapter. What do you think about Baby Shenron? What part is he gonna play? Is Smoker finished, or you think he's gonna triumph over Vergo? And your overall thoughts of the chapter. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Baby Shenron to see what he's gonna do and what part he's gonna play. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.